You look like Bert from Sesame Street. I'm sure you get that one all the time, so that's nothing new. Your hair looks like Anthony Sullivan's Smart Mop after it was used to clean up a pile of Chaz Finster's pubic hair. I'm actually really glad you chose that hairstyle though, honestly. It lets people know you're a douchebag without ever having to talk to you. Your hair looks like 3 rusted slinkies that had an orgy on top of your head that you just decided not to stop. We'll get back to you quicker than a hoofer snatch after a rain double. All the cheers, Springle. Now you get a response like this and the first thing you think is I must have messaged the wrong company. This must have gone to a sex offender somewhere. If that's not illegal, it certainly should be. That's pretty odd. That elicits a fart from me, for sure. Actually, even a double. And you know, that was so good I think I'll have it a third time. Man, my ass is talking some serious shit right now. This is an actual person, by the way. He looks like Gary V going through a phase. This guy looks like a GTA Online character that's being controlled by a 13-year-old. And his house looks exactly the same as that. Like it's an actual middle schooler's fantasy for shit they'd think is cool. He's trying so hard to make it look like he's not trying at all. He's doing that generic rich asshole thing where he just puts a gun out on a counter during his tour. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. How embarrassing. It looks like my AK-47's just sitting out in the open. I love these YouTuber intros. And his friend looks fucking coked out throughout this whole thing. He's just doing one of these the whole time. Like he can't fucking sit still. Like a reptilian about to bust through his human skin suit. Insane potion of forgetting from the dark web. In parentheses, I'm J-Station, forgot who I was. Don't worry, Stromedy, I also forgot who you were. I think we all did. The only reason I found you again is because I looked for shitty content today and you were on the first page. Also, just a side note, I fucking hate when people say they're personally gonna sue someone. No, you're not. You're not gonna represent yourself. You're not that fucking dumb. What are you gonna do? You're gonna stand up in court and say, oh, excuse me, Your Honor, I just didn't like the cut of their jib. Can I have their car now? What do you mean I lost? No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go home, you're gonna argue with your husband and threaten divorce for the 5th time that week in front of your children, then you're gonna flip to the back of the phone book to try and track down some slimy grease beaver, then you're gonna pay them $100 in an over-the-pants hand job to try and represent your ass for this stupid fucking case you're gonna try and drum up. On the tier list of entertainment, there's the Star Wars prequels, then there's hitting a pile of dog shit with a stick, then there's watching your fingernails grow, and then at the very bottom, there's Instagram comedians. Would you slap him for $1 million? How could you? For only $1 million, you would slap that face? It's all just him bragging about his appearance or asking his followers, hey, would you guys fuck me? I'd fuck me. Let's all fuck me. I wasn't exaggerating when I said this is the only type of shitty post. A lot of times it's in third person, like he's Mexican and tall, would you fuck him? But sometimes he has these nuggets of inspiration, such as, in a year you can change a lot. You can go from tilting your head to the left to looking more straight on the camera. Now, I'm not often confused when I look through Jaciel's posts because it's about the same level as a 3rd grader in terms of communication and in terms of what kind of jokes are being told, but this one really threw me for a loop. I was absolutely baffled. I still got a good hoot out of it, but I didn't really understand what was being said here, so I guess this is how people react when we find out these things about him. I'm not sure, so I guess now that I found out these things, I'm supposed to go take my shirt off in front of a mirror and cup my nutsack, or look suspicious in the backseat of a car, or stand next to a tree. All pretty normal reactions, I'd say. When I first found Jaciel's page, I actually didn't believe he was a real person. I thought this was some type of AI test, like a Google, Microsoft Jaciel, where it's a learning algorithm to become the world's biggest douchebag on Instagram. But as I scrolled further down, it turns out he's actually done videos such as Would I Cheat? And he's a real person, and that was absolutely shocking. When I found that out, I couldn't help but grab a handful of my ballsack. Easy. First, flexing. I'm only going to show one Ryan Franklin clip per point to illustrate it because I don't want to show more than necessary because I understand not everyone has a war-hardened stomach like I do that can hold on to vomit when they see abysmal fucking content like this. Nearly everything that Ryan does, there's some degree of flexing. Just bought this extremely expensive pair of shoes, these Yeezys. Oh, check out this Gucci condom on my micro penis, #blessed.